Hey World Division fans, this is your global original Nashtaters, bringing you back another beginning of the week with your Monday news. Today there's actually a few things we really need to talk about, but this week is going to be perhaps a little bit busy because I'm going to be trying to review many of the things that's coming, and of course there's a brand new raid, so we might go into that in detail as well. So let's go ahead and jump into this week's Monday news. Just a tiny bit of house cleaning news. Last week I did the 1,000 subscriber summon special on Friday night stream. We hit an all-time high. We hit 73 viewership. That is by far the highest ever had. So I want to thank everybody for coming, and we had a lot of fun. It was a very entertaining stream, and if you have not done so, go ahead and you can check it out. That is now currently on my channel under the stream playlist. Another thing is, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into today's news. Now there's going to be two brand new vision cards. One of them is going to have a Esper that comes with it. Now, I think I'm going to do a little review on that because I think it makes sense to review the Esper and the vision card at the same time and try to dedicate one video to that. So for the Steel Engine of Annihilation Omega, I'm going to go ahead and make a separate video on. So today I'm only going to talk about Flash of Insight. So Flash of Insight is going to be a brand new vision card that will be coming on Wednesday. It is a UR quality and it costs 80. This one is going to be essentially the finishing touch on Robb, or perhaps I guess anyone that has slash type that is going to be light type. Attack up, critical evasion up, and when it unlocks at max, it gains evasion up. Bestowed effect, you're going to get slash attack resistance piercing rate up. These are all going to be really great, obviously, for any sort of light slash attack. In this case, we can think of Cecil. Obviously, Robb is going to get the most benefit because of the bestowed limited effects, right? And let's take a look at that real quick. On the global, Robb Horn only, he's going to get, of course, a slash attack up, as you can see right here. Also, you're going to be getting limited bestow effect if a katana equipped main job. Sonic Severance, which is, as you can see here, large with an X in front of it, so extra large to target and guaranteed hit. And this ability element becomes that of the equip units element. So that's what makes it kind of very powerful indeed, because of the fact that it takes on the element of the type. And so in this case, you can clearly put someone like, say, Sir O on your team. And Sir O is going to be doing lightning sonic severance to someone with extra L damage, and on top of it, the team that you're going to be equipping this card with is going to get the benefit if they're light types. So obviously this card is going to be very, very good. If you're a Robb Horn fan, if you're a Cecil fan, if you're a Ramza fan, these are all going to be very, very good benefits for those type of units. Obviously, if you love katana jobs, this is going to be a super powerful card as well. And of course, there's going to be Seymour and any other type of units that use katana. I'm thinking katana might actually start making a little noise in the future. We'll see about that though. As always, if you're deciding to go for these vision cards, you're obviously going to get the benefit of the extra 75 vision card shards if you decided that you want to summon for those. And my personal guess is these cards are going to have the 10,000 step up. But one thing to bear in mind, these two cards are not limited time. So therefore, you're not technically speaking in a rush to obtain them. But if you're really looking to finish off Robb, or you're looking to really beef up your light attack team, I actually highly suggest this card. It's just a very, very good card. On top of it, the Esper of the Omega will be implemented into, of course, the Beast Den. Obviously, it's going to get a 3-star Esper treatment, and that would be kind of exciting. Right now, I'm starting to work on my 3-star Espers, and hopefully I can get some of those finished and kind of start jumping into the mix and clear some of these PvE content. Now, story chapter update, we're going to be getting part 2 of chapter 3. For those of you who are excited, the continuation of the story, it's always very nice. And of course, for me, I always think that I'm just going to be getting some nice little freebies, right? Brutal difficulty equipment training quest rerun. We're going to be seeing the golden helm, which now essentially is actually a pretty good helmet because of the fact that we're getting more and more missile units they are playing a very relevant role on global server here. Of course, the smart code will be back. Personally, I think that's by far the best clothing for non-heavy armor wearers in terms of getting spirit and magical resistance, and of course secret books. And then we're gonna get a brand new rerun of Burnt with Life. For those of you who missed out on Finn's Knight Tyrell, you have opportunity to get all the shards for him, and of course get him all the way to level 99 absolutely free. All you gotta do is play the quests, and you're gonna be along the way getting a bunch of freebies. So clearly this is for a lot of beginners or players that are beginners but missed perhaps this specific event. So great opportunity to take advantage. And of course you also have the ability to farm for the Mage Masher, which currently I think is one of the better daggers in the game. Personally, you can go critical or assault, or it depends on your playing style. I think obviously this is something to really take advantage, and of course something else to do besides the Final Fantasy X collaboration. Now, we're always looking for the weekly campaign because essentially we get to figure out what kind of free stuff we're getting. Your typical 2,500 Visiors, along with more anniversary tickets. One of them is going to give you a guaranteed your quality unit. Along the way, you're going to be getting more pots, rainbow fragments of thoughts, and of course some restore potions, which we desperately need. Triple medals. Now the beauty of this game now is slowly they're implementing little tiny quality of life changes, and obviously you no longer have to switch this because the game automatically does it for you. And then we're going to finish this bit of news with Diablo Raid. And I think I might cover just a little bit on it, maybe in a separate video, but I don't think I'm really going to be doing a whole lot of strategies involved because this one is a fairly straightforward raid. The boss is going to be dark and he's going to be weak to slash, and many of us should have some light slashing units. You have Ramza, you have Robb, you have Cecil. Everyone should have got a Cecil for free. So at least minimally you have at least one unit that's going to be very good against him. And the other thing is, if you have other units that are light element, which a lot of people should have at this point, you shouldn't have too much issues. Always you can just go with a simple slash team, not necessarily concentrating on the element against Diabolos, and it should work fairly well. So this is definitely going to be one of those raids that I'm going to be going a little bit harder on because I have a lot of decent slash units. Flawn Princess is going to be the rear raid boss. She is going to be a light element and she's going to be weak to magic. So personally, I think in this case, everyone should have a decent amount of magical units as well. Obviously, Garvel comes to mind when it comes to this specific raid. So if you have him, it's time to bust him out and do some massive damage to a princess. Bonus units is always something worthy to mention because this is something that has been recently implemented a few months ago, I believe, that you get more benefits if you bring certain units. Obviously, everyone should be bringing Titus for large bonuses. Of course, Yuna and Auron are also part of that large bonus group. Along the way, Garvel is going to be a very good unit, especially for the Flawn Princess. And of course, most of these units in here are going to be either slash or magic. So if you have those units, bring them for the medium bonus, and of course, finally the smalls if you don't have any of the ones above, which would be kind of weird if you don't because Titus is free. My personal suggestion is Titus is a slash unit, so it fits perfectly with Diablos of getting large bonus rates. And one of the nice things about bonus rates is that you get extra chance of getting just straight out bonus materials every time you clear a raid. So for those of you who are definitely interested in this raid, this is a great opportunity to pick up one of the newest items in the game, the Galmia coat. Well, of course, I'm going to definitely go over whether or not this is worthy of your crafting materials. Because the more and more I'm learning about this game is the fact that crafting materials is very hard to obtain. Unless you're so hardcore at playing this game, literally hours upon hours of farming, or just letting your device, auto all day, every day, chances are most of us probably won't have time to sit down and grind as much as we want to. So getting materials in this game is definitely a challenge. And of course, when you finally decide to spend them, that is ultimately something, I guess for a lot of people, a very tough decision to make. So we're going to go talk about the Galmia code, perhaps compare it to some of the existing ones that's already in the database, and looking at it already as a clothing, so most likely it's going to be something that non-heavy armor units are going to be wearing. So we're going to go over all of that this week. raid support daily missions is going to be something brand new, and this one is going to be essentially help people get extra summon tickets, growth eggs, and extra energy. So this is going to be something that's going to be very interesting to see. Just make sure you do this, because personally I think getting the 500 energy should have been given to us as well for the Trials of Reckoning, but they didn't, and you know, that's fine. But they're giving us 500 energy now, and that's going to be for the raid. So very, very nice for that. It looks like April raid medals is going to see that little furry code. There it is, and that's going to be very interesting to talk about when I get there. And looks like the other two items they're going to be giving us will be the Defense Bracer, for those of you who are looking for that, and the Purple Lightning. Now, I did review the Defense Bracer, so if you wanted to check that video, go ahead and look that up in my playlist. Alright, that's all the time I have for this video. I am going to start making some tweaks to my music, starting with this video. And because a lot of folks have been realizing that the intro music that I've done is actually quite loud. And I guess back in the days, a lot of people maybe didn't complain about it because they were used to it. But some newer viewership did actually voice their opinion about the fact that it is very loud. I'm definitely going to make an adjustment to that. And I want to thank you guys for pointing it out. So I want to remember, thank you for your time for watching my videos. Thank you for spending your precious resource with me. And until next time, take care of yourself or your loved ones. Nashtaters out of here. Have a great week.